Hey y'all, hey! It's Friday. Pew, pew, pew. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of our weekly Shiz and Giggles. This is our weekly wind down podcast. It's time for you to relax from the week. I know it was stressful. I know this is inauguration week. A lot of things happen, but I'm here to help you through it. My name is Jasmine, and I will be your lovely host for today's episode. But of course, I'm not alone. I have two lovely co-hosts here with me today, and I'm so excited to introduce the first one with you. So she's a DIY advocate that specializes in graphic design and video editing, a boba tea and salty snack enthusiast, born on the winter solstice and named after Christmas. My soul sister, it's Christine Noel.
Hi, happy Friday. Thank you for having me.
Christine, I wouldn't have anyone else except our second co-host. And that person is, my second co-host is a fresh new face here to the show. So please be kind to her in the comments. She is a dancing queen, a child model, and actor. Okay, big screen. She is super passionate about events. She speaks Hebrew, is a Caribbean island hopper, yes, and is a lean, mean event producing machine. My girl, Jenna Hasher.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks.
Thank you for joining me, Jenna and Christine. I'm so happy ladies could join me for today. So, without further ado, I do want to jump into today's episode. So I know starting off, if you haven't heard, if you're new to our season 2 of Shiz and Gigs, we do our weekly little sitcoms here and there. Not sitcoms, but our little caveats here and there for everyone. So starting off, our first one is Clever Changes with Christine.
Okay, everybody, our clever change of the week. I don't know about you guys, but I love eggs. I eat eggs with
Same.
A good majority of my meals, especially me and my roommate. We eat ramen, we make an egg, crack it on top, very easy. So I'm just going to give you some clever changes to make your egg eating habits and cooking habits way easier. So if you come across a recipe where it's like, oh, you're only supposed to use egg whites, and then you're like, well, I have some yolk in this egg white. What do I do now? I got you.
Oh.
So what you can do, get a water bottle.
Okay,
not a full water bottle, but an empty one. Imagine this is empty. You take it, you squeeze it, and then you can suck up the egg yolk. And it's just like a little DIY eyedropper, but for your egg yolk. Wow.
there we go. Life hack at its finest.
Another thing to do for the egg yolk, if you don't have a water bottle, but you do have garlic, like fresh garlic, peel the garlic, rub your fingers on the freshly peeled garlic, and you can just pinch the yolk off.
You're lying.
No, it's real. It's real.
So the next time I try to eat eggs, and even though the recipe doesn't call for only egg whites, I'm gonna just do egg whites just so I can try that garlic hack. Because I know a little bit about the water bottle, but the garlic, that's new to me.
Yeah. I tried it and I was screaming. And that is the clever changes of the week.
So I know all of our bakers out there. I know we have some bakers. You know, a lot of those recipes call for only egg whites, and you're like, oh my gosh, how do you want egg whites with no shells? How does that happen? So use this hack, this clever hack from Christine. All you need is either a water bottle or some garlic. That's all you need. Water bottle or some garlic. Thank you, Christine, so much for that clever hack. I can't wait to hear our next ones when you're around. But moving on to our next subject, Jenna, our girl, we're going to play a little game.
All right, everyone. So as you saw by the title, it's Who Said That? I'll explain the rules a little bit since I'm new. So basically, I will say a quote that was said this week, and then I'll give you 3 choices to pick from, and then we'll take a little guessing game going on. So since it was inauguration week, a lot of quotes were said, a lot of big things happening. So I will give you our first quote.
Oh, Lord.
We are far from polished, far from pristine, but that doesn't mean we are striving to form a union that is perfect. We are striving to forge our union with purpose to compose a country committed to all cultures, colors, characters, and conditions of man. So, we lift our gazes not to what stands between us, but what stands before us. We close the divide because we know to put our future first. All right, so I'll give you the choices. So it is the youngest poet that has ever spoken at inauguration, woman, Joe Biden, our newly elected president, or Vice President Kamala Harris.
I have my answer.
You have yours. I feel like the little Jeopardy sound should be playing right now. But
Yeah. We're just gonna go with it. We're gonna go. Yep.
what do you guys think your choices were? What do you think the answer?
I say, who said that?
Mm-hmm.
For 500, it's Vice President Kamala Harris.
Christine, you got any?
I would say 100 Vice President Kamala Harris. Not that confident. Not gonna lie.
Oh! It is the youngest poet who has ever spoken the German. You didn't hear how eloquently that was said?
Okay, yes, but it sounded too much like like a speech of like acceptance, like this is what change is gonna happen. I will say, I don't want to down Amanda, like her name was Amanda, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like her speech was amazing. And when I was listening, it was like, one, I'm happy that they had her as a person to say, as a speaker or a talent in the inauguration this year. But the way she was like speaking, I was like, wow,
So eloquent.
she said that nice. But that sounded more like an acceptance speech of some sort.
Okay, I can see where you're coming from. I wanted to make it tricky. I didn't want to make it easy.
That was a good one, Jenna. That was a good
Throw
one.
you off your game.
Well, I will say thank you so much, Jenna. That I will say it tricked me up. I won't lie. Did anyone else know that was Amanda? And comment in the comments box what you thought of her poem. Wasn't it just amazing? Like, oh my gosh, the whole inauguration almost brought me to tears. So thank you, Jenna. But last but certainly not least, I know they had to lead me last. We have Cinema Magic. Okay. Now, you all know from last week's episode, I am your gal to tell you what to watch this weekend, okay? I let you know what's the new hottest thing in town, what should be on your watch list. As you know, you catch up on your shows and your movies, and you relax and decompress a little bit from the hard week of work. So I want to share with you 2 movies that should be on your list this weekend. Okay, one is fairly new. Another one, it's been out for some time now, but I want to make sure that you all have had time to watch it, or that you all did watch it. If not, put it on your list. Okay. So our first one that I want to share with you all is actually on Netflix, and it is called We Are All Heroes.
Yes.
This was amazing. I don't know about anyone else. I don't know if anyone else has seen the infamous movie Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but it is a spinoff. So here we do have our Lava Girl, and she actually has a mini me, a little youngin, and this is her daughter. I feel like she takes after a lot of her traits from her father. But I will say it was such a beautiful movie because you had I don't want to spoil too much, but you had all of these children that had all these powers, of course, from their parents. And overall, they have to come together to use the power for the good, to show how you all can work together for a common good. It was just such a beautiful movie. So I highly recommend everyone to watch it, young and old. Watch it with your children. This is a great movie to put on your list for today, or for this weekend. So that is movie number 1. Movie number 2, like I said, this movie, it's been out for some time now, so I'm sure a lot of you have probably either seen it or heard of it, but if you haven't seen it, please put it on your list. This movie is called Tenet. Now, I personally, I love this movie. I actually saw it twice. This is a movie I feel like you have to actually see twice because a lot happens. It is a long movie, so prepare yourself. It is a long movie, but it does have you thinking. It's an action movie, but there's a lot of things, a lot of forecasting that happens in this movie. That is kind of why you kind of have to see it twice because you see something one time, you're like, wait, they said something that referred to something in the beginning, so you kind of have to watch it again to tie in all the pieces and the puzzles. I like movies like that, and if you do too, I would definitely put this movie on your list. So Tenet is definitely an A plus. If I had to rate it, I should do my rating scale. I had to rate it five from a scale of 1 star to 5 stars. I would definitely give this 4 stars. I would give it 4 instead of 5 because it was really long. It was really long, but definitely 4 out of 5 stars for me.
We should make a little like Jasmine rating thing that we can pop up every time.
Right? That pops up. It's like, all right, 4 stars. But so those are my movies for the weekend. Make sure to put them on your list. But I know that we have a little bit of time left, and I want to know, Christine, Jenna, what were your thoughts of the inauguration this weekend, or not this weekend, but this week? I know there's a lot of things, people were for it, people were against it, but overall, I feel like it is now from Wednesday on. It's a new leaf, a new time. A lot of change is going to be happening, whether we're ready for it or not. But what were your thoughts of the inauguration and the progression that America's going to go towards? What are your thoughts? What are your feelings?
All I know is that Lady Gaga started us off right with
that
anthem, the dress, the vocals, ambiance. It was so good.
Did you guys see her? There was a video of her walking off the stage, and she went and thanked both the Biden family and Kamala, and then she went and thanked the Obama family too. It was so humble and cute, just seeing her being so like respectful and gracious on her way down.
Mm-hmm. That I definitely saw, and I feel like a lot of people did that because even what did he sing? Did he do the pledge? It wasn't the Pledge of Allegiance. I forgot, but it was a man, and after he was done at the podium, and he was walking past. He is a favorite amongst all the past presidents. So he was hugging and kissing all the the past first ladies, and the news anchor was like, "Well, of course, we're not social distancing right now, but but he had to pay his respects." So that was funny, but it was like it was good to see that he was still like you were all still family here, so that was nice.
Yeah. I definitely think that, like you said, it's a new leaf, it's a new start, changes are to come, new year. So I'm excited to see what's going to happen.
I am too. A lot of work to be done. And I will say one thing with the inauguration, I'm happy that I saw it this year. And I'm saying compared to previous years. And I don't know why, but every single year, I feel like I learned so much more about the process of everything. And I feel like because, of course, every year you get older. And, inaugurations happen every, 4, maybe 8 years, depending on, the presidency's reign. But I will say that I'm so glad that I am able to see moments like these. Because not everyone, little kids right now, they don't see moments like these. Like they weren't able to see Amanda and her poem that she recited. So I know I'm happy and fortunate enough to be able to see moments like these in history that will be in history books. I always think about that. Things like these are going to be in history books. I'm like, I was there, or well, I wasn't there, but I saw it.
When kids are gonna come up, you'd be like, "What was it like living through the pandemic?" And you're like, "Pull out the mask."
Let me tell you, like, well, Mama, I had your mama had to wear a mask every single day to the grocery store. The kids were like, "What? To the grocery store?" Yes. So honestly, those moments like we're making history, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. So All right. I know we're short on time, people. I know we're short on time, but thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you to my lovely co-hosts, Jenna and Christine. I love y'all. And I hope to see everyone here back next Friday. Oh, this is a weekly family thing. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can find us, all of our presentation here. Make sure to follow us on LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Okay, make sure to check out our website. But I do want to say have a happy Friday and have a great weekend. We'll see you all soon.